Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig Sports. Today is Wednesday and this is the NBA DFS video for today. So in today's video we're going to be doing a quick little recap of yesterday's picks, seeing how they turned out, talking about the injuries in play for tonight's slate, and then going over my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings as well. But without further ado, we'll get into it with the recap of yesterday's picks. So we're going to start off on the DraftKings sides. At point guard we had Kiefer Sykes, $3,500, looking for about 18 points out of him. He got to 39.5, so he was a very, very good hit yesterday, over 11 times value. Then at shooting guard, we had Derek White, $7,200, looking for 36 points out of him. He got 25.5. He was a miss. He only ended up playing 22 minutes in this game. It did end up in a blowout. If he plays his regular run, gets up to like 32 minutes, probably even more than that in a regular game, he's way over what we really need him to be at that price tag. Then at small forward, we had RJ Barrett, $5,600, looking for 28 points out of him. He got to 48.5, so he was a massive, massive hit as well. Then at power forward, we had Devin Vassell, $4,400, looking for 22 points out of him. He got to 22.5. He was a hit. Probably could have done even better if this game was not a blowout once again. Then at the center position, we had Damon Jones, who did score 19 points. I did flip-flop DraftKings and FanDuel there, so he had 19 points on the DraftKings side. So we were looking for about 20 points out of him. Got to 19. So he was a mess, but probably not one that killed you overall. He played 29 minutes yesterday. Didn't do a whole heck of a lot, but he did foul out as well. So if maybe he doesn't foul out, he gets a couple extra 2 minutes and then gets us over that 20-point threshold we were looking for. So 3 out of 5 on the DraftKings side. Damon Jones really wasn't that bad of a miss if you did have him. The biggest one there was Derek White, but hopefully you made up with it with the Kiefer Sykes and the RJ Barrett and hopefully a couple other good plays in your lineups yesterday. And then on the FanDuel side, we had Kiefer Sykes once again, $3,700, looking for 19 points out of him. He got to 37.8, so he was a really good hit there yesterday. Then at shooting guard, we had Dwayne Washington, who was $4,000, looking for 20 points out of him. He got to 25.4, so he was a hit as well. At small forward, we had RJ Barrett once again, $5,900, looking for 29 points out of him. He got to 47.1, so that was a massive, massive hit once again. Then at power forward, we had Jarrett Allen, $7,900, looking for 40 points out of him. He got to 51.4, so he was a really good hit as well. And then Damon Jones, like I mentioned, kind of flip-flopped on both sides. He had 17.3 on the FanDuel side. We were looking for 20 out of him. He was a miss, but hopefully not one that killed you overall yesterday. So 4 out of 5 on the FanDuel side, 3 out of 5 on the DraftKings side, 7 out of 10 overall on the day. Pretty solid day, minus, the Derek White one was probably the worst pick overall on the day, and that was just one that was unfortunate due to some blowout. But with that being said, we'll get moved over into the injuries and play for tonight's slate. So this is going to be a very large slate in 11 games overall, starting at 7 o'clock, and we do have 3 games right away at 7 o'clock. We're going to start off with the 76ers, who were without Tyrese Maxey, Shake Milton, Powell, Paul Reed, Ben Simmons, Jaden Springer, and Matisse Thybulle. So the new ones here are going to be Milton, Reed, Springer. Essentially, they do not have a point guard left on this team, since Tyrese Maxey and Shake Milton are both out. So Seth Curry should see a bulk load of his time at that point guard position tonight. Then on the Magic side, they're without Michael Carter-Williams, Markelle Fultz, Jonathan Isaac, Robin Lopez, E'Twaun Moore, and Jalen Suggs, so nothing really new there. Cole Anthony and Mo Wagner are both questionable to play. They both did miss the last time out. For the Rockets, Armani Brooks, Usman Garuba, Sengun, and John Wall are listed out today. Jarreau is listed as a game-time decision. Really haven't seen him play. Probably won't be in the rotation either way at this point in time. It's important to note Christian Wood was suspended the last game. Looks like he should be back tonight. Kevin Porter Jr. was also suspended the last game. Doesn't really look like there's much news on him. We'll have to look into that throughout the day. If there's any updates on those 2 players, I will list them down in the comments as well. Then for the Washington Wizards, they're without Thomas Bryant, Spencer Dinwiddie, Anthony Gill, Rui Hachimura, Montrezl Harrell, Aaron Holiday, Brad Wanamaker, and Tremont Waters. The biggest news is they do get Raul Neto back for this game too, so we'll see if he's in that starting lineup or if he's just coming off the bench. For the Detroit Pistons, they're without Jeremy Grant, Frank Jackson, Corey Joseph, Isaiah Livers, Kelly Olynyk, and Isaiah Stewart. So looked like Stewart had a chance to come back today, but he's still working on his conditioning, so it's probably going to be the next game before we see him. Then for the Charlotte Hornets, they're without Vernon Carey, and then P.J. Washington and Sky Lewis, both listed as game-time decisions. We'll see if they're back tonight or not. Moving down to the Spurs, they're without Kayuk, Zach Collins, Doug McDermott, and Lonnie Walker once again. DeJounte Murray should be back tonight. We'll just have to keep an eye out on that throughout the day, though. Then for the Celtics, they're without Broderick Thomas. Aaron Nesmith and Romeo Langford are both questionable to play. We'll see if they're back today or not. Robin Williams is probable with his toe injury, and then Jabari Parker should be back today as well. For the Warriors, they just have Klay Thompson and James Wiseman both out once again, and then Andre Iguodala questionable with his knee injury. I do assume that he'll just be out tonight. For the Dallas Mavericks, they're without Willie Cauley-Stein, Boban, Kristaps Porzingis, and Isaiah Thomas. Trey Burke is questionable to play. Looked like maybe he was going to play last time, then he got ruled out once again. For the Brooklyn Nets, they're just without Joe Harris, and then LaMarcus Aldridge is questionable to play. He missed the last time out. But the biggest news here is that Kyrie Irving will be playing tonight, so definitely keep an eye out on that one. We'll see what the starting lineup looks like once Kyrie Irving is in it as well. Then on the Pacers side of the ball, they will be without Goga Bitadze, Karis LeVert, Keelan Martin, TJ McConnell, and TJ Warren, Chris Duarte, Isaiah Jackson, Malcolm Brogdon, Torrey Craig, and Jeremy Lamb are all listed as game time decisions. So we'll have to see who ends up playing out of that group of 5. Hopefully we get that news pretty early. This is a 7:30 game, so we should know this news relatively early in terms of the overall slate at least. Then for the Toronto Raptors, they're without Goran Dragic, Steve Mikhailiuk, and Watanabe. And then David Johnson is doubtful to play, so no major changes from what we saw yesterday. For the Bucks, they are without Grayson Allen, Pat Connaughton, Dante DiVincenzo, and Brook Lopez. And then Thanasis, Jordan Nwora, and Semi Ojeleye are all questionable to play tonight as well. So it could be a little bit of value on this Bucks team overall, just depending on who that 5th starter is tonight. Then we move down to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are without Lou Dort and Jerome Robinson-Earl. They do get Darius Bazley back. We'll see if he's in the starting lineup or not. He had not been in the starting lineup for a little while. They preferred to have him coming off the bench, so we'll see what their lineup looks like overall tonight. Then for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Wright is out once again, and then Towns and Russell are both listed as questionable tonight. We'll see if they're back or not. For the Utah Jazz, they have quite a few injuries listed here. So Joe Ingles is out. Hassan Whiteside, Royce O'Neal, Rudy Gobert, and Bogdan Bogdanovic are all listed as questionable. Donovan Mitchell is probable. Then Jordan Clarkson and Udoka Azubuike are both listed as game time decisions. We'll see if they're back today or not. For the Denver Nuggets, they're without Cam Carr, Jeff Green, Marcus Howard, Monty Morris, and Jamal Murray. So no major changes there. Obviously, the newest one's probably going to be Cam Carr, and he's out for a couple weeks at this point in time. Zeke Najee and Austin Rivers are both listed as questionable to play as well. For the Miami Heat, they're without Bam Adebayo. Jimmy Butler joins this list as well, as he is dealing with an ankle injury. Dwayne Dedmon, Marcus Garrett, Udonis Haslem, Markieff Morris, KZ Okpala, Victor Oladipo, Duncan Robinson, and Gabe Vincent. So last time we did see PJ Tucker return to the lineup. It looks like Max Strus should be back tonight as well. Then for the Portland Trailblazers, they are without Cody Zeller, Cam McGriff, CJ McCollum, Damian Lillard. Larry Nance is now doubtful to play as well, and then Brian Williams could be back today. We'll just have to see one way or another. Probably not going to be in the rotation either way, though. So it could be a little bit of value on this Portland Trailblazers team. Once again, we did see Anthony Simons and Norman Powell play very, very well the last time out. Nurkic definitely going to have some upside tonight as well. And then last but not least, we got the Atlanta Hawks and the Sacramento Kings. So the Hawks are without Bogdan Bogdanovic, John Collins, Gorgie Dieng, DeAndre Hunter, and Jalen Johnson. Ellison's listed as a game time decision. We'll see if he plays tonight or not. Cam Reddish and Trae Young are both listed as questionable. So we did see Cam Reddish miss the last time out. Trae Young coming off a monster game, but dealing with some back soreness overall. So we'll see if he's in tonight or not. I do assume Trae Young's probably going to play. Cam Reddish might end up missing once again tonight. Then for the Sacramento Kings, they are without Rashawn Holmes and Metu once again. And then Terrence Davis, listed as questionable to play, did miss last night as well. But with that being said, that's a quick little rundown on all the injuries in play for tonight's slate. Once again, there is a lot of things that we're going to be looking out for. So I'll be listing all the injury updates, COVID news, and starting lineups down in the comments throughout the day. So definitely be sure to check up on that, especially as we get closer to lock. But with that being said, we'll move over to DraftKings and talk about my picks over there. So at the point guard position, I'm going to go with Dwayne Washington Jr. once again. $3,800, looking for 19 points out of him. There is a chance that Malcolm Brogdon is back tonight, but even if he's back, Dwayne Washington Jr. is probably in that starting lineup once again. Like I already mentioned, we're looking for about 19 points out of him. I have him projected for about 22 points tonight. Then at shooting guard, we're going to go with Anthony Simons. Coming off that monster game, expect him to be pretty chalky, but he's still a very good play at $5,300. Looking for 26, 27 points out of him. I got him projected for about 29, 30 points tonight. Then as small forward, we have Danilo Gallinari. Came back off the COVID list last time out. He had not been playing big minutes pretty much all year. Goes on the COVID list, comes back, and now all of a sudden he played big minutes last time out. So we'll see if that trend continues once again tonight. But $4,200, only looking for 21 points out of him, averaging about 19 on the season. Currently have him projected for about 24 points tonight. Then at power forward, we're going to go with Maxi Kleber, and he is $3,800, looking for 19 points out, averaging almost 19.5 on the season. Obviously, he should be in that starting lineup once again with no Kristaps Porzingis. I currently have him projected for about 21, 22 points tonight, so definitely looking like a pretty good value play overall, and has a little bit of upside as well. Then last but not least, at the center position, we do have Trey Lyles, who is $4,700, looking for 23, 24 points at him. He had been playing pretty well when he's been in that starting lineup before he got on the COVID list. And then his last game back, he played reasonably well as well. So this is a pretty respectable price tag at the very least. I currently have him projected for about 25, 26 points tonight. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players, you'll have $28,200 remaining, $9,400 per player. So a good chunk of change to spend. Probably pay up for 2 studs if that's something you want to do, and then find a value play to pair along with them. Or if you want to take a little bit more balanced approach, that's definitely acceptable on a large slate like tonight. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to FanDuel and talk about my picks over there as well. So at point guard on the FanDuel side, we have Anthony Simons once again, $5,500. Looking for 27, 28 points at him, and got him projected for 29 points on the FanDuel side tonight. Then at shooting guard, we're going to go with Tyler Hero, $6,500. Looking for about 32, 33 points at him. Not been shooting the ball quite the best, especially since he did come back from the COVID list. No Jimmy Butler tonight. Hopefully he takes that extra step up. Hopefully he's in that starting lineup once again. He did play big minutes the last time out, so Tyler Hero, definitely somebody I'm interested in tonight. Might be a little bit of a pace-up spot against the Portland Trailblazers as well, so definitely interested in Tyler Hero tonight. I am currently projected for 35 points. Then small forward, we're going right back to Kyle Kuzma. Yes, this price tag just keeps going up and up and up, but as long as Spencer Dinwiddie is not on the court, Kyle Kuzma and Bradley Beal have been, essentially this whole offense. So at $7,800, looking for 39 points. I'm currently having projected for 41 points tonight, but definitely offers some upside as well, as we've seen in recent games. Then at power forward, we're going to go with Bobby Portis. This seems like quite a price down spot for him at $5,700. Looking for 28, 29 points out, averaging 31.5 essentially on the season. Got him projected for about 30, 31 points tonight. Should be a pretty reasonable matchup for him against this Toronto Raptors team as well. So Bobby Portis, definitely somebody I'm looking at on the FanDuel side. Offers a little bit of upside as well, and I think could make a pretty good value on tonight's slate. Then last but not least, we're going to go with Joseph Nurkic for $6,000, looking for 30 points out of him, averaging over 31.5 on the season. Currently having projected for 34 points tonight. Doesn't really have a true backup center behind him. I know Robert Covington could slide over for some small ball 5, especially at times when Miami goes a little bit smaller at the 5, like with a PJ Tucker. But Joseph Nurkic, if he gets close to 30 minutes, he's going to be a smash play tonight, and I currently have him projected for 34 points tonight. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players on the FanDuel side, you have $28,500 remaining, just over $7,100 per player. You can probably squeeze one stud into this lineup as well, then find some value plays to pair along with the stud. Or you can take a little bit more balanced approach, which seems to be doing reasonably well so far this year on the FanDuel side overall. But with that being said, these are my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings. As always, if you have any questions related to NBA DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate, whether it's on FanDuel or DraftKings. Heck, if you want to throw Super Draft in there as well, definitely interested in talking some Super Draft too. Myself and JC Money Designs, we will be doing a live stream tonight about 40 minutes prior to lock. I'll drop that link down in the comments below so you guys can check that out if you guys are into Super Draft or looking to learn more about Super Draft in general, especially from an NBA DFS standpoint. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS, whether it's NBA or NFL, helping you with your fantasy football teams. And then with that being said, if you are a new or current subscriber who's yet to do so, also be sure to hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a video. Like I've been saying, I post up daily NBA DFS videos just like this. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special little shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.